Welcome everyone to today's live stream, episode 13 of our Starfield gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So the big news from Bethesda this week in our admin notes is the new patch that dropped. This patch dropped on Monday this week and updated your game to version 1.8.86, and it brought some noteworthy things along with it. First, we were told that this was in the works by Bethesda during the last patch, and they brought it out this patch so that now the game has NVIDIA DLSS support. It is now native in the game, and you are able to select any of the NVIDIA specific options for upscaling your DLSS quality and your low latency here to take advantage of those settings on your NVIDIA cards. I have spent some time testing this and it does make quite a difference. I have a 3080 Ti, and it makes quite a bit of difference on my end as far as the frame rate goes. So it was something that the modding community had stepped up big time to add into the game before it was available from Bethesda, and Bethesda has now gotten around to releasing this in the patch. So if you do have an NVIDIA card, make sure that you've got an update, because like I say, I have seen a good FPS increase here due to being able to use my GPU to its fullest. So from the other things, some quick highlights, and again, I'm not going to go through all of these. You can read the patch notes on Bethesda's website, so feel free to search those up and they'll give you a list. But they did add a dedicated button to eat items, so you no longer have to pick them up, put them in your inventory, and then open your inventory and select and utilize and use them to eat them from your inventory. You can now just hover over them and you'll see a keybind to eat that item. So, hey Dave, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. So those were two of the more popular things. However, they did address a bunch of quest items, and unfortunately for us, I guess, we didn't encounter either of the quest bugs that were brought in here during the Crimson Fleet storyline. But in Echoes of the Past and Eye of the Storm, they have fixed a couple of blockers that made the quest unable to continue. We didn't run into either one of those. There's also a side quest called the Blast Zone, which is in Aquila City, and I experienced this in my personal playthrough, where some items that you had to destroy could not be destroyed because they simply didn't appear. And there was a bunch of talk on the forums about possible workarounds. None of those really worked reliably. So now they fixed that. So there are probably a dozen or so different quests that they have taken out some blockers, fixed some inconsistencies in them, and that sort of stuff. So if you have been stuck on a certain one, like I was with Blast Zone, after this patch, go back and test it out and complete those, because the blockers should all be fixed. On the graphics thing, like I say, the big thing was DLSS, but they did add or fix some issues with the FOV sliders. I told you that they'd added FOV sliders in the last patch. It was causing some issues, especially on ultra-wide resolutions. So they've gone through and fixed a bunch of those. They've also done some or added the HDR brightness adjustment ability on Xbox and Windows 11 machines, so you have that option available to you as well. There are several gameplay fixes that we have experienced in one way or another. There have been some NPCs that are walking around without any clothes on. That has now supposedly been fixed. There have been some issues with ship service technicians not being where they normally are in ports and things like that, and that's now been fixed. So overall, some good things that have been added here. I'm not really going to get into the discussion. I've had it before about how things, especially DLSS support, should have been in the base game when it was released at launch. It never should have gotten to the point where the modding community had to step up for Bethesda. But I guess, as always, better late than never, so to speak. So make sure your game's been updated and you have the latest patch installed to take advantage of all of those new options and quest fixes. So I think that gets us through our admin notes. So on our recap, so last week it took us a bit longer to finish up all of the side items that we were dealing with as part of the Crimson Fleet questline. And we didn't get as far as we wanted to last week. We didn't finish it up. But that gave us a great cutting point at the end of last week's live stream, so that now we are going to pick that right up. We're going to start off on the Legacy ship. We're going to progress our way through this last quest in the Crimson Fleet questline, and then head back and do the final resolution to our allegiance here, and stake that all out, as well as pick up the last piece of evidence and gather our unique legendary weapon from Lieutenant Toft. Whatever time we have left off after that, we're going to jump into some quick outpost building. We need to start getting into the ability to modify our weapons and our armor, as well as our ships. And to do that, we need skill points, and skill points come with leveling up. And outposts are one of the easiest ways to level up. So whatever time we have left, we'll start into that tutorial and progress a little bit through that so you can kind of see how that works. But for now, let's go ahead and jump back in here, and we'll get into the action on board the Legacy. Okay, here we go. So we are now inside the docking bay to the Legacy. These docking port computers are going to tell you who is or which docking ports are occupied and any information about the ship that is there. This one's unoccupied, so there's no registry information. You're going to find these industrial robots throughout this place. You can search them for crafting components. And we're going to head on into the ship here. And again, more crafting components on the robots here as you're looking around. There are going to be a bunch of other items that you can pick up and search through here. We do have a weapon rack, and some ammunition, and a storage box that's pickable. So on the inside it's 4, so that's going to be 2 and 2. That's going to be this one and that one. So on the outside we've got that one fits, and then does this one fit? It does. And we picked up some more crafting supplies here. And an empty weapon case here. This side over here where we need to go is blocked off. Some crafting supplies here. These turrets that are destroyed already, again, you can search them for some ammo and some crafting supplies. Okay, nothing in the fridge for us to pick up. Take a look in the captain's quarters here. Okay, you can search this. You normally don't find very great things in these because the strength of the lock doesn't really correspond to the level of loot inside of it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 3 and 4. We've only got 1 4 here. And that works there. Then it would need something that we don't have. So that one would work. And then it would need 2 almost right across from each other. So maybe this one. Yes. Then the next ring has 2. And the only 2s we have do not fit that. So this is going to have to be 1 and 1. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 3 and 2. Okay, so that one works, and then we need 2 quite a ways from each other, and that's not going to work. This one does not work. Okay, that works there, and then you'd need 2 right next to each other, which is here. And then we have 3. This is more than likely going to be 2 and 1. We can make it work with 2 and 1, so we'll just go ahead and do it. Then this one. And nope. Okay, that was weird. So that one works, and then that one works. And then this was 1, and we need another 1 here. Then this one was 4, and 3. Okay, so again, they're almost always deep mining suits of some sort, but they're normally, again, not that great. But it is something you can sell. So here we have some more cred sticks and advanced lock. These are normally fairly straightforward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So could be 4 and 2. Nope, that one doesn't work. This one works there, so it could be this one. It is not that. Not that. Okay, what am I missing here? So this one works, but this 2, that's... Oh, yeah, I missed it. Like, what am I missing here? That has to work. So there, and there. Okay, and here's a log entry you can read. There's also a refined shock troop space helmet. No, the shock troop space helmets are one of the best armor items in the game when you get up to advanced level.
Crew recording initiated. All right, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we stretch things out and cut our rations in half, I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
How do I do it, Kellner? How do I tell everyone we're all going to die?
You don't have to. Everyone knows. They're all making peace with it. Bakara and Osterholt knew. They simply chose to handle it by giving up early and taking their own lives.
Look at all that money down there. Millions of credits. Completely worthless. With all of that, I could buy another ship. Fly us all out of here. I wonder if Galbank will even bother to send word to my family. To any of our families.
Captain, listen. You're not at fault for what happened. Those ships came out of nowhere. The fact that we've lived this long is a gift. A miracle.
Which means we should enjoy every second of the time that remains. Right, crewman Kellner?
My thoughts exactly, Captain.
Come closer. I need you to hold me. Crew recording terminated.
Obviously, they knew what they were up against. They were faced with their own deaths. There are some crew evaluations here, which you can learn some of the backstories on all of the crewmen here. You can go through and read these. You can pause these on the replay and read through them if you'd like. And then talks about their mission and what they were supposed to be doing out here. And things just ended up turning badly for them. As you progress down the corridor here, there are going to be some crew members that you can search along the way. And there's a log here.
Crew recording initiated. It's day 20 since supplies dried up. And here I am, staring at an empty poker table. Our last game. After Simmons passed, we kept trying to get together at least once a day for a game. To keep our minds off of things. Kellner and Leong were the next ones to, step away. They wanted to be together at the end. Then it was just Mayfield. We played for hours. Now I'm alone. I just wanted to, leave this recording for anyone that finds the legacy trapped above Bannock 4. That's all. For now. Going to deal myself a few hands and call it a day. I miss you, Trembly. And I'll be joining you soon. GB Legacy. Signing off. Crew recording terminated.
These logs are quite haunting when you listen to them. There's a lot of emotion that has been put into these things, and it really comes through in these recordings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inside. So 3 and 2. It's not going to be that one. It's got to be this one. So there and here. And then the outside one's got to have here, here. In here you do have a lot of pharmaceuticals that are laying around on the ground in here. There's also a refined rattler. And you can pick up even more from the crew member here. Coming back this way, you have this other, the mess hall room over here, which is where we first started with when we opened the refrigerators. And again, searching around in here. You're not going to find anything to eat around here because obviously their rations ran out. And that's what caused them to starve. And here we have another log entry.
Crew recording initiated.
I just wanted you to know I placed a commendation in your record, Aguilar.
Really? Why would you... Ah! Take it easy, Doc. I like to keep the arm, you know?
Sorry. This field dressing's the best you're gonna get away from a hospital. Captain's right, though. You saved our asses, big time.
You're the reason that we're having this conversation right now. That was a hell of a shot you made during the battle.
This isn't necessary, Captain. I was only doing my part to keep us alive.
Oh my God, Aguilar, take the compliment already. They had us on the ropes, shields down, engines down, escorts destroyed, then you hop on the one lousy gun we have on this crate.
I'm not some kind of hero. We were just lucky, okay?
Listen, I know losing Tremblay back there was hard, and that both of you were very close. But we have to move on and survive.
That's easy for you to say. You still have Kilner. Everyone knows the two of you are together.
Aguilar.
You want to know the truth? Fine. Yes, we're together. But that's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I've lost 4 of my crew, and I'm trying to keep the rest of us alive and in good spirits while I figure a way out of this mess. So I'm sorry if I've offended you. Hope the arm feels better.
Captain, come back.
Not good, Aguilar. Not good at all.
Damn it. Crew recording terminated.
So sounds like they ran into some trouble out here in the black and had some damage that they incurred during that, and it's kind of led to where we are now. Okay, so here you have 2 ways. You've got the vault and engineering there, and you've got cargo bay and docking ports down here. So if you make your way down here, you have a robot here that you can search. This cargo lift takes you right back up to where we were. So you'll see that here in a minute. Down here we do have some more ammunition you can pick up and a weapons case. There's also a comm relay for crafting materials. Then down here you can see we're heading to the other side docking ports. There's 2 docking port computers down here. So this one's, the docking port's occupied. You can see that it's occupied by the ship named Erebos. The captain was Jasper Crix, and the ship status is catastrophic damage inactive. So this is where Jasper docked here to get onto the Legacy, and this one over here is currently unoccupied. So just kind of let you know a little bit of, more into the story about what happened, and then don't forget we have some ammo and another sidearm down here. Okay, so here we have a tombstone and an A99 and some ammunition for it. Here's that cargo lift that we were just looking at from down below. And here we have a crew member. They have a refined solstice, and then laying on the ground here is a Galbank transfer module. If you don't notice this, you don't have to worry. because the game's going to remind you when you get here. It says locate a transfer module, and it pops a quest marker up over the top of it. Okay, so once you get into the vault area in here, you're going to start finding more security systems that the ship has set up. And you need to start being a little more wary for, or more aware of your surroundings. Okay, so the only way to go is down this way. And you can see that you now have a stealth meter that's flashing orange every once in a while. One thing else I forgot to mention in the patch notes for the new patch is that they said they made stealth a little more forgiving. It's a welcome change. We saw last week how iffy stealth can be sometimes with the meter up there flashing from pure white to orange to red in split seconds. So we've seen kind of how that goes, and that they changed that a little bit is good. So you do have these depositories, 1 and 2. Those are locked right now. You can't get in them. They will be unlocked when you're making your way out of here. I'm not going to give a lot of spoilers, but you're going to be making your way out of here in a big hurry. So if you do want to take the chance to pop into these, you can see that there are some crates and that sort of stuff in them. There's also some credits in these as well. There's another Galbank credit chest in there and that sort of stuff. So on your way out, they will be open. But here's a cred tank. You can activate it, and it spins up and gives you 3,500 credits. Okay, so now coming into the main rooms here, you're going to have security cameras. That you'll need to shoot out, and there's going to be another one. Actually, there's not. There's just those two. There's a turret over there. You don't have to deal with it. If the security cameras see you, that robot hatch is going to open. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 and 4. That 4 works, and then it's 2 right across from each other and 1 off to the side. So just like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be 4 and 2. That one actually works. And that one works too. And then 5. So could be 4 and 1 possibly. What do you know? And this computer is going to have a remote control turret interface where you can update the friend or foe settings. And you can activate the turrets. You can do the same thing with the robots. And you can open the remote or the door remotely, and you can disable the alarms. Okay, so now you can see that the turrets are activated. The security robots have come out, but they're all friendly at this point, so you don't have to worry about them.
Please do not interfere with my tasks.
Okay, we are pretty overloaded here. What is it resources? Okay, it might be resources here, yeah. We've got, especially authentic manifolds are pretty heavy. So you can make your way back. We're not that far into this off of the ship. From our ship, I mean. It's just right through here and down the other corridor. So I think we'll probably just head back and clear all this out real quick. And again, I don't care much about the health being decreased. I actually care more about the fact that I can't see very well. Okay, we're going to go to the cargo hold, and then we'll drop off some of these additional weapons and that sort of stuff that we've picked up. And we'll just clean this out here real quick. And especially the resources. Yeah. See, that's where most of that weight was coming from. And let's not forget that we have some black market antiquities. And I can drop this hydraulic clamp out here as well. And we'll reboard. Just to clear up our inventory a little bit since we're not that far into the ship. We'll start watching that a little bit because we don't want to be overloaded. A hydraulic clamp we can drop. We don't want to be overloaded when we're on our way out. Kind of what I was getting at. So I will heal up here. And we'll just quickly head back. Okay, so we're making our way down here through the depositories. Can't go that way around. And we had gotten on into this control room. And again, once you're in here, just be a little careful as you start to make your way around here, because each of these different sections of the ship are going to have their own security systems. And security cameras that you need to watch out for. And I saw that security camera flash up. That's a turret. There's another turret there. I'm looking for the camera. That's going to trigger it. We'll come back here in a second. Once we go into the reactor room here. Okay, so I think this this is just a camera over here. Yep. Okay. And now inside here, you have another computer screen. Oh, I'm out of digipix. Well, that was a mistake on my part, not stocking up on more. Okay, and here inside the reactor, we do have some credits and some crafting supplies we can pick up. So looks like for the most part I'm gonna have to go loud, so to speak, through this because I'm not gonna be able to pick my way into some of these computers. But it is what it is. Okay, so hydraulics is the next room here. And this does have its own security system here. I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's one. I believe that there's one more. But I can't remember where it is. If we trigger it, we trigger it. We'll just watch our stealth meter here as we go. Because that was it right there. And again, these are all going to be locked, but I don't have any more digipicks with me. This would shut off the robots and the turrets that are up here. But again, if you take out the security cameras, there's nothing to trigger the alarms. So nothing goes hostile towards you. Here's that back door to the reactor that we were just at with the computer right there. Okay, so we can make our way into the shield generator physical plant room. Okay. I am taking it a little easy here, looking around for security cameras. There's more robots here on the side, so if we trigger it, there's a digipick right there. So this is the hydraulics room that we're in right now. We've already destroyed the turrets for it, or the cameras for it. So it's not that big a deal that we pick our way into that one. We'll move forward here into this room and see what we run into. Okay. Okay. So now we've got the shield generator room here. And we didn't get it in time. Okay, there's the turret up there. over here, more crafting supplies. Now we're going to head back out this way instead of heading up. Okay, pick up some more weaponry here. And we have a little storage room here with more ammunition and other things in it. Now we can make our way up. Both of these are going to go up to the same place. We've got the physical plant that we're going to be entering into now. Just again checking for security cameras. There's one there, it looks like, but that's inside the other room. Okay, so it saw me through the window. Okay, so this room, I don't think there's any way to escape that. Combat, I think that camera's going to see you no matter what. Well, I don't think there's a way in here to disable these. Okay, we could unlock this door here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably going to end up messing this one up. Probably wasn't a great idea to go through this. This one looks fairly difficult. So this is going to be 4 and 3, and there's a lot of 4s here. So neither one of those work. That one works, and then we need 3. The close one on this side, so this one doesn't work. Don't have a 3 that matches that. And then I need a 3. I need this one here. Yep. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, CK, we're going to finish up the Crimson Fleet questline today. We're working our way through the Legacy right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, 4 and 3. We used this one and this one. That one doesn't work. That one does. We would need a 3 with right across from each other. None of those 3s work. So this one here. That one doesn't work either, so it's going to have to be this one. Okay, and then we need this 3 right here. Yep. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So could be 4 and 2. That was used previously. So was that one. This one was not. So that one works. And then, is it this one? It is. So there and there. I need to be real careful on double checking these. Yep, here and here. And then, yep, here and here. Oh, this is the same. I didn't need to pick that at all. This is the same door that led you up here. So this is where we were previously. This was the other upstairs route. So maybe you could open that door and get back quick enough to shoot that camera and not trigger this combat by coming in that door. You'd have to pick your way through this door to get here, though. Okay, that must be the way to do it. So down here, weapon case, some more creds. Really could use some digipicks. Yeah, at least I'm getting good target practice, and I have a good weapon to be able to go through this here with. The explosive damage on this pistol is amazing. Okay. Good for now. So here, taking a quick look through, just to see if we see anything. Boy, Bama boy, that's a good question. In the truest sense of the word, it probably is. In that all of the standard things that make an RPG are in this game. You have character progression. You can choose alignments, so to speak. You can choose to play as an evil character or as a good character. You have quests that are done. So, in the truest sense of the word, I guess it probably is. It's also very different from most other RPG types, I guess. Because if you haven't played a Bethesda game before, it's a little different in how things, play out. But it is much more, action-oriented and that sort of stuff than a lot of things. Okay, so some more ammo and weapons in here. The vault is this way. We have the engine room here. And you did see that we flashed up on our stealth meter here. Can't see the camera right off. Okay, I might have missed it. There it is. And I didn't get it in time. So the turret's over here. Easy enough to take out. Okay. So we are in it now. There's a lot of targets down here in this room.
Catastrophic damage.
Okay, so be sure to watch the low ground when you're coming through here. Okay, turret down here. These are probably at least one more security camera. If I had to guess. Yep. Okay, I think that clears out down here. Yes, it did. Okay, so now we have a storage crate here. Has some good stuff in it. Crafting materials. Yeah, that's it exactly, Bama boy. It's just like Fallout. It's Skyrim with guns. It's all of those things. It is very much a Bethesda game. If you've never played a Bethesda game before, then it may be questionable whether or not it's an RPG or not. But yeah, if you have, then it's certainly along all those same lines. Okay, we're just going to go looking around a little bit here, and then we're going to go into the control room over there. Okay, you do have a weapon workbench and a spacesuit workbench here. If you do have the crafting materials and the supplies to make it worthwhile, then yes, feel free. Don't think we have any digipicks left, do we? Or do we? Yeah, we don't. So, couldn't pick into the safe even if we wanted to. There'd be an engine room computer here, which again is going to allow you to deal with the remote alarms and all of that sort of stuff. It's not going to matter much because we've already destroyed everything, so the remote robots we're going to get only the 2 or so that are left, I think. Yeah, the turrets are all already knocked out, so there's no signal interface there. And again, these maintenance issues will kind of let you know what happened. Their jump drive was failing, or was giving them incorrect jumps, and that led to probably them getting into the situation that they're in. But the maintenance issue here has Ulster Holt, or the ship engineers, in the control room safe. It's got the code for it. And no digipicks to get in this way, but it's another way into this same room that we've already been in. What it allows you to do is just come in that door over there, and if you get the security camera fast enough, then you can stealth your way through here, pick your way into the control room, and deactivate all of the stuff using the computer in there. With me not having any digipicks, it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, and now we get and a second way into the vault. So the vault computer has a door here that you activate the control for it. There are 2 entrances into the vault. There's one on each side. There's another one over there. Here's the other vault door entrance, which we saw the entrance a little bit ago when we were traversing the ship. This is back down into this room that we went into over here, and all the wreckage. We saw this computer. We just turned around and went to the other side. Okay, so 2 ways to get here into the vault. Then up here, you can see the turrets are here. And again, with the turrets, don't forget that you can loot these for more crafting materials. And what this does is opens you up onto a top level overlooking the same vault area. Okay, so we now do have access to some other items up here. There's a Star Roamer spacesuit down at this end. And again, another case here. If we had digipicks, we could search through this weapon case. And again, down here at the end, we have a deep recon pack and some ammo. And again, we're looking over the vault here. There's nothing you can do about the vault security systems. So even if you did manage to stealth your way through all of that, the vault here is going to be the end of all of that. You can see that there are turrets spaced throughout here. Now, there are ways that you can stealth your way through this a little bit. And that's with these upper levels here. You can boost pack over to these, but there are obviously stairs to get up there, so when you trigger the robots, they can get up there that way to get to you as well. What these upper areas really do is give you a way that if you trigger the security systems, you have cover up here that they can't get to you. They have to go a long way to get through all the doors and everything to come up here to the top, and they don't do that. So, if you would like, you can trigger things from up here. And I'm just looking to see if I do have a target that I can trigger without just blowing off a lot of ammo to do it. So I can't see any of the robots yet from here. I don't think I see any of them. I don't. So I'm just going to head downstairs and trigger it. Actually, I'll boost pack across from up here to this side. Okay. No idea why I can't mantle up there. What is not working with my... Did it reset my keybind? No, it didn't. Just not triggering. Wow, this is almost embarrassing how bad the controls are working here. So jump, and then Alt. Thank you. That time it triggered. For a second I thought my keybinds had been changed. Okay, so now we've triggered things. There are robot dogs as well as the regular combat robots in here. The robot Model S's are the ones that you really need to worry about. Okay, this is bad. Okay, things calm down a little bit. Looks like it. Yeah, the robot Model S's are the ones you have to worry about. They get right up in your face and they want to melee you to death. Remember, the armor I'm wearing has an additional damage reduction if you're not moving. So if you do have it, you want to make sure that you're standing your ground and not trying to run away when you take that hit from them. Okay, and this will take you back down to the bottom.
I have located the enemy and total system failure.
And I think that clears out. So now we're back to being overloaded, and I don't want to be. I'm going to drop off some of these heavy materials. And just keep some of the other items. Because like I said, I don't want to be encumbered when I get to the end of this mission. So not taking that, not taking the reactive gauge either. Don't have any digipicks for the storage box. Okay, and these depositories again are not open, just like the ones upstairs. However, they will be if you want to venture into them at the end of this. They will be unlocked. You'll find some credits and that sort of stuff in them. Don't need a calibrated level Orion. Or a refined Solstice, or a refined Grendel. Again, just keeping my carry weight down by not picking up a bunch of relatively useless stuff for me anyway. And down here you have vault control. Walked in there without thinking. Okay, we actually saw this area from the other side right when we came in. Would have been nice to be able to bypass all of that stuff. And now you get into your end of the mission crates here. There's a digipick if you'd like to go back and look at anything else. I'll see how much these overload me before I get up here. Okay, so retrieve Jasper Crix's possessions here. So here in the chair is Jasper Crix. Okay, the ending of everything the founder of the Crimson Fleet. Down here, you have the last piece of evidence for Lieutenant Toft. If you're looking to get the unique legendary pistol, do not miss this. This is your only chance to get it.
Crew recording initiated.
Well, now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house. All that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless. This is a nightmare. Worst kind of prison imaginable. I'd trade every last credit of it away to be back in New Atlantis, running with the Scar. Start my life over again. But enough dreaming. I've got to face the inevitable. This is where I'm spending my final days. Hopefully, someone with at least half a brain will follow in my footsteps and bring the score home to the Crimson Fleet. If anyone finds this message, tell Issa that I don't blame her for what she's done. Most important, tell her to keep the fleet strong.
Crew recording terminated.
So, on the ground there, you saw all the cred sticks. We picked up the transfer module. Before you leave, don't forget the Revenant. People will tell you this is the best, if not the best, one of the best weapons in the game. I don't play, my playstyle is not very conducive to using the Revenant, but I keep it on me just because it's got titanium build, doesn't take up a lot of weight. But Lacerate, inflicting bleed is great on organic targets. Damage over time effects are great. But again, it's just not a weapon that I utilize very much. I tend to go for the snipers and that sort of stuff, but once I get up close and I know I'm going to be dealing with people right near me, then yes, the Revenant is something to change to. But certainly a good weapon. This is your last time to get it. Just like the evidence that we listened to down here, that was your last time to get it, so don't leave without picking it up.
Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch! Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. Then she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
Crew recording terminated.
So it kind of gives you some hints about what's going to happen. 1, you need to reroute the ship's power. 2, you're going to siphon the credits off. And then 3, after that happens, the EM field outside is going to start tearing this ship apart. And that lets you kind of know that you're going to be hustling a little bit to get out of here. And that's why I don't like being encumbered. You also learned that Jasper was waiting on Issa to come get him. That obviously didn't happen, as you learned from the evidence that we picked up off of him. She knew where he was the entire time. She just chose not to come back and get him so that she could take over the Crimson Fleet. So here we go. It's a lockdown event. All of the security bulkheads in the engineering and vault section will seal. So the lockdown can only be canceled using the captain's transfer module in the vault control room. So it lets you know that as soon as you use this credit transfer, all of those depository locked doors are going to open, and you can go into there to pick those things up if you'd like. So tells you how to do it and how to go through it, but it kind of gives you another hint that you'll be able to search more than you normally used to here in a little bit.
Power reserves insufficient for requested action.
Oh. Sorry. Need to transfer the power first. Now I need to drop in the 2 transfer modules. And now you can start the download. And see, it lets you know here. Sorry, needed the data core first. And now download it.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
So you can watch all of the cred tanks start to come online. And things are going to start going bad.
External communication detected. detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Melant. Are you there, Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can read you.
Jasper Creeks. You're still alive? You always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week, tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my comms. Did I just hear Jasper Creeks the Great admit that he was panicking about something?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
You know what? I think I'm going to pass. Right before you left, remember how you temporarily placed me in charge of the fleet? Well, right then I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your shielding plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician mentions it needs more work. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy, just in case. Yet, look at you now. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it through the storm.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, see, I thought I was clear. I'm in charge. You're dead. Well, I won't tell everyone that. I'll spin some story about you running off into the sunset with loot in hand. Oh, very romantic. The fleet will eat it up.
You don't care about the credits? Isn't that what this is all about? Fleet is family, remember? If we can't depend on each other, then what the fuck is the point?
You idiot. Don't you get it? Boarding the Legacy is a one-way journey. The technology simply doesn't exist to pull off your stupid eyes. And don't quote me the fleet's motto. I listened to that bullshit for years while you made deals and cut me out of them. You call that family? You know what? I'm glad you're alive. It's given me a chance to say goodbye. So, goodbye? There. All done.
Issa? Issa? Are you still there? Answer me.
Crew recording terminated.
Leave it to pirates to double-cross each other. So, whoops. So what's happening here? Okay, normally this thing is done by now. And all of these are normally lit up, and you can see the bars going down as it transfers into the data core. I wonder if this thing is glitched. Well, what was our... We didn't make any... I made a quick save there, but... That was a while ago. So I hope this isn't glitched. Let's try and reload this. Because none of these are activating. Let's try and load that autosave and see if it gets out of the glitch. I didn't run into this in my personal playthrough. Wow, looks like it is still glitched. Oh boy, I wonder if the patch introduced a glitch into this. Because I thought this is one that they were supposed to have. Now, yeah, they fixed an issue with the Eye of the Storm quest that we're in right now. But they fixed the issue where it could potentially be blocked due to a missing docking prompt. I wonder if they introduced another glitch when they fixed that. Because that load didn't do anything. My previous load is a long time ago. I guess we could just run our way through this. And forget everything. Because yeah, this is all the way back at the start. Wow, that is incredibly annoying. So we'll just quickly run through all of this. Just skip everything except that last control room. I don't care if I get seen, I'll just watch my health.
Catastrophic damage.
Okay, I guess we need to... Oh, yeah, the shield generator room. And again, we're just going to be bowling at China shopping this, so we're going to head into the vault this way. Oh, okay, this is the other one. We can't enter this way, that's why we have to go around. Yeah, I shot out that one. There's another one right there. I think that might be all of the security cameras in here. Boy, that's incredibly annoying. I will definitely do a save. Let's try and at least empty out the vault here. So that we won't be dealing with them when we're trying to run out of here.
Damage.
You mean the pistol that I'm carrying, CK? Or are you talking about the Revenant here? So here, again, don't forget to pick up the Revenant. We're going to listen to the waiting game here. We won't listen to it, we've already done it. We can pick up No Return here, which we listened to just a little bit ago.
Legacy.
Don't forget to
Come
pick
in.
up the
Mr.
piece of
Summoner.
evidence here.
Are you
Yeah,
there,
the explosive
Legacy?
pistol, it actually carries you through quite a bit. Now this was just a random
Yes, I can read you.
one that I picked
Jasper
up,
Creeks. You're
but
still
it
alive?
certainly
You always
carries
were
me
one
through
tough
quite a
son
bit
of
of this
bitch.
content. The lacerate, damage over time
I'm
effect,
alive. No
and the
thanks to
explosive
you.
rounds make it incredibly useful.
A month? Really?
Crew recording initiated.
Okay, so we know about the last piece of evidence there, picking up all of the cred sticks. You can search Jasper. Whoops. And now we are definitely do this. Oh, it wants me to listen to his recording here. I forgot the evidence. You have to listen to it.
Crew recording initiated.
Well, now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go.
Actually, I don't think this was the one that we need to listen to.
Best
I
be
think
honest.
it
All
is...
that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless.
the waiting game.
Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch!
Because this is the one that tells you how to start the process and all that sort of stuff, I
I've tried
believe.
everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. Oh, here I thought I was so
Sorry,
clever.
trying to get a little bit too
I
fast
had
going
all
through it.
figured out.
This is what happens.
First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tank array back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually.
Okay, so it did give me the option here to continue on, so I'm going to drop a
Issa will
quick save
figure it
here.
out. I told her where I was going for a reason.
I missed the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. Then she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
Crew recording terminated.
So I have no idea what triggers this glitch. We'll see if this one works or not.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
Okay. This is closer, but still glitched. Because not all of the cred tanks have lit up. And it's not transferring anything. I'm going to pause for a second here real quick. I'm going to run a quick search. And see if there's something that is recent that's broken this. Okay, well maybe this will work. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna load the quick save.
Crew recording terminated.
So we're gonna activate both boxes. We're gonna insert both keys. Now here, it says to save. So we're gonna drop a save, and you're going to see things go back. So let me reload the game here. Should be just a second here. Okay, so now if we load that save game, I'll be amazed if this works, but then it says drop this in.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by.
Wow, that worked. Well, let's not jinx it. Yes, this is working. See how it's now filling up, so that actually worked. That's a stupid glitch.
Currency transfer complete.
But that's it. So if you ever get stuck on that glitch, then make sure before you start this whole thing, drop a save that you can go back to. And then when you get here, first thing to do is to activate the 2 transfers, drop in the 2 keys, and then before you drop the data core in, save your game again. completely exit the game, come back into it, insert the data core, and download it, and everything should work okay. Wow. So that's a little crazy. Okay, and then you can activate the data port here and take all your credits.
Warning, electromagnetic surge detected. System failure imminent.
Okay, and now, like I said, things have turned bad.
Structural integrity damaged. Immediate evacuation requested.
So if you've forgotten the way out of here, then make sure you utilize your scanner to do it. You're going to be taking damage at various ports as you're trying to escape out of here, but you can also wait for some of these environmental things to clear out as you're going. So you don't necessarily have to walk through a whole bunch of bad stuff. If you just wait a few minutes, it will sometimes clear that out. Now, we do have a couple of different ways to get over there. Okay, so a level 636 combat robot's not all that great. He's gonna take a while to whittle down here. So just watch your health, you'll be alright. And this would all be cleared out previously, remember, if I hadn't had the save glitch. It would be a little easier getting out of here than what I'm experiencing. Hey, that jump you can just boost pack multiple times to get across it. Now we're almost at the end. This is the barracks. And again, these rooms are now unlocked as you come out of here. So I missed a bunch of stuff there. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I missed a bunch of stuff there on the way out. It's not timed. Okay. Great, thank you. It's not timed, so you can make your way out and just take your time and avoid damage, if you'd like. And it looks like my frame rate has gone through the floor here on my end. That thing is pretty hard on your... Whoops. Let's offload some of this stuff and see if it does a refresh on my frame rate when I go back. And again, we're keeping the Revenant on us after we get out of here. Okay, so now you get alerted to the fact that your final jump destination is going to determine what happens here. All right, so opening up your map. Actually, it doesn't list it in your map, doesn't it? Oh, I still need to escape the legacy here, so it's going to want me to undock, and now I get the two choices. So I can either bring Crix's legacy to the Vigilance or to the key. Okay, so then I can immediately trigger out, and you see I've got two icons here. One at Crix and one at Sagan for the UC Vigilance. I had told you I was going to be bringing this to the Vigilance. And that's how I'm going to play it out. You certainly have the option to side with the Crimson Fleet here. Play it that way. The choice is entirely up to you, which is, again, another one of those things that makes it great. Okay, so I'm going to have to deal with this. Okay, you're going to jump right into a fight here, but you're going to have a lot of help. Because of all of the evidence that you've turned in, you have all of these Navy ships out here helping you. And that's the main difference in this, is that if you don't turn any of the evidence in, these fights are significantly harder. Yes, I will look at that now and see if there are any saves that I can... This is an incredibly annoying thing about the game, which I've run into in my personal playthrough a lot, is the save limit.
I screwed up, sir. I had the bogey in my sights and I just fumbled the controls. Let's put an end to this.
Don't beat yourself up, kid.
Okay, excuse me, thank you.
The station is on high alert ever since those scouts popped up.
Time to show these pirates how SysDef does things.
I think the commander wants to say a few
Do you have anything to report? My God. Is that it? Is that Chris's legacy? Amazing. Ensign, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you she wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, that's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating. Well, you came through.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own. That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining our strategy.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. One hit, and we lose those fancy shields. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha. I need you to be my support.
But you won't be alone. This is where all your hard work gathering evidence pays off.
That's right. Mast is all in on this. We've managed to get 2 additional squadrons of support.
Well done. With Mast's full support, you can focus on taking out Battery Alpha before supporting the other squadrons.
We've also given you a call sign, Renegade, to help coordinate our movements during the attack.
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the key and bring Delgado to justice. You won't come quietly. You do what you have to do. I knew we could count on your support. Well, this is it. After years of planning, it all comes down to this moment. All my hopes and my best wishes go with you. Good luck.
Okay, so let's talk to Lieutenant Toft here.
Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got. That's a hell of a story. Still can't believe Crix ended up being marooned on the Legacy. All that wealth, and the only thing he could do was stare at it. Can you imagine? I almost feel bad for him. It must have driven the guy crazy. I suppose. Though the commander won't be thrilled that I told you, so keep it to yourself. So, when I was running with the Crimson Fleet, I put together a hell of a crew. 6 of the toughest pirates I could find. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't take my eyes off of any of them for even a second. Imagine trying to get some shut-eye on a ship like that. Didn't sleep much, I can assure you. My first mate was Arya Fikes, the toughest of the bunch. The only problem was that she had a hell of a temper. The smallest things could just set her off, and believe me, she took a while to cool down. Well, the positives outweighed the negatives, at first. Anyway, there was this one particular incident where we had a hot tip on a freighter supposedly running heavy with ore. The second we dropped out of grav space, we knew it was a trap. We'd been set up, and the UC was waiting for us. Somehow we managed to take out all of their attack ships. I grabbed Arya and we boarded the freighter. It wasn't brave. It was arrogant. We fought our way to the bridge and the crew surrendered. That's when the Vigilance arrived. I watched it vaporize my ship and crew in seconds. Commander Akande radioed over for us to give up, turn ourselves in, Arya went wild. Said she'd start executing crew if they didn't let us leave. The commander tried to talk some sense into her, but she was too far gone. I knew right then she'd rather die than surrender. You can't even imagine. Commander Akande promised to be lenient if we let the crew go. When we didn't reply, he sent over a ship to board us. I saw Arya put her gun to one of the hostages' heads. And saw that look in her eye. I could actually see her squeezing the trigger. Next thing I knew, a shot rang out. I'll never forget that look on Arya's face as she fell to the ground with the wound in her chest. Looked down at the gun in my hand like it belonged to someone else. I still don't know why I did it. That's what I keep telling myself. I hope to God we're both right. Long story short, I spent a year in jail, then Keebway recruited me. I guess he saw something in me, a desire to turn my life around. I busted my ass to get where I am today. First mate of the Vigilance. Ironic I'd end up in Arya's position, don't you think? It took a while, and a lot of reflection, but I know we made the right choice. Had I continued down the road I was traveling back then, we wouldn't be speaking right now. I owe everything to Commander Akande for giving me a second chance. According to my superiors at Mast, we've provided them enough data to wrap up this portion of the operation and call it a success. You've brought us a mountain of evidence against the Crimson Fleet and uncovered some unexpected criminal activity. You've done a hell of a job. Oh? Well, I see we've rubbed up on you more than I expected. Anyway, here. I wanted to give you this. It isn't from Commander Akande or the UC. It's from me. It was my sidearm when I ran with the Crimson Fleet. Something special I paid a hell of a lot of money for. Now it's yours. You're very welcome. All right, enough of this mushy nonsense. Time to get back to work.
All right. So first, yes, Dave, good call. Commander Akande is voiced by Ike Amadi, and he is the same person who did the voice for Javik in the Mass Effect games. So, yeah, good catch there. There's a lot of those voices you're gonna find recycled. Voice actors tend to stick around a lot in that type of environment, so you'll see them a lot. So what we picked up is the Memento Mori here. So the Memento Mori here is the same type of side star pistol that I currently have. It deals 30% damage on the next attack after hitting a target's limb, so with the crippling effect. I don't find it to be incredibly useful. But if you do, start out by shooting somebody in the leg or something, then you can get a 30% bonus damage to a headshot or something like that afterward. It's much more useful in sniper type rifles, I find, where you can deliberately target a leg and then go for a headshot and just do massive damage. But it is available here on the pistol. It's got cornered, so your damage increases as your health decreases, which is an interesting trait to have on a weapon. When you get into that bad situation, you can try and fight your way out of it with some extra damage. Demoralizing is the trait that comes along with the Memento Mori that makes it kind of more worthwhile. Demoralizing is kind of like a frighten effect. So there's a small chance that every hit is going to demoralize the enemy and they're going to stop attacking you. It also has explosive rounds on it and high powered. So it does have some good mods that are on it. The Memento Mori can actually be increased to be quite a bit better once you've modded it. But for now, we will replace this and utilize it, and you'll kind of see how it goes when we go through the key itself.
Good work securing the legacy.
Okay, so this is, again, just like we had seen last time with the brig. This is your last chance to go through and see if there's anybody else in the brig that you haven't had conversations with.
Officer Petrosian likes books. Sometimes I feel he
So Adler Kemp is now in here. If you haven't talked to him, we've already talked to Juan Dayu. Yeah, we always knew Austin Rake was in here. Estelle is now in here as well. So this is kind of another one of those cool things that you can see the fruits of your labor by turning in all of that evidence. And we had already talked over here to Larry Dombrowski, and we had talked to Ayumi Komiko as well. But yeah, you can have some good conversations with all the people that got arrested due to your evidence that you turned in. So just another interesting piece of, you know, lore and background that goes into it. So.
Damn fleet scouts popped up right when you jumped in.
Okay, so now our goal here is to take out one of the batteries. Wow, really? Oh, it must have... Jeez. Saved a bunch in there. I'm going to save one more time here. Just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to have to deal with that a little bit as we get out of here, I think. I'll take a look and see. Farther along you get in the game, the more your save games become a problem. I've had a couple of times in my personal playthrough to have to clear them all out.
Let's go.
Alright, so now here our goal is to head back to the key and take out defensive battery alpha here. You're gonna have a fight on your hands, but it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be significantly easier because you have all of the support from MAST here.
Well, you didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place.
Follow Renegade's lead. Take out that battery. Taking fire! Requesting support! Wrap us out! The engines are out of commission!
Target sitting there with no ram drive now.
Okay, so the defensive battery itself, if you're focusing on the ships, then you want to stay away from the battery. Until you've taken out the ships. You don't have to take out the ships. Okay, so now you're going to have to move over to Beta. And help them out over there. And again, same situation. Again, the more of the ships that you take out, the more that the defensive battery is going to focus on the other people instead of you. So it does help to take out the ships. Okay, if you do get shot by the defensive battery, then boost away, and it will break the target lock. Okay, so the defensive battery's the only thing left. Okay, so now our last one is Gamma. We're going to be careful to watch our hull on this one because we've gotten beat up a little bit. We still have plenty of repairs. We just want to be able to trigger those repairs. Oh, come on. We just want to be able to trigger those repairs when we need them. Okay, so again, we're going to boost away and repair once we get targeted by the defensive battery.
Not good. Lost the grab drive.
Okay, we're going to take out this last pirate ship here. And again, the thing seems to be just laser focused on me. So taking out this pirate fleet ship is going to help. Alright, now focus on the battery while it's going after somebody else. Okay, so now you've got one more battle here. There's going to be a fleet encounter here at the key. this is just going to be ship on ship here. Geez, yes, I get it.
Something's wrong. Where's the damn vigilance? Lose something, Toft? Ava's dealing with your flagship as we speak. I wouldn't expect backup anytime soon. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet. Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down. All ships, defensive formations.
Okay, so focus on the higher level ships if you can. Okay, this one is almost dead, so I'm going to focus him right now. See if there's anybody else. He's dead.
Crimson Fleet. This is Commander Ikande of the UC Vigilance. Surrender and prepare to be boarded.
Okay, so the Vigilance has shown up now. And things are going to go really badly for the pirates. There's the other Phantom. Didn't need to focus on it. Looks like they're all dead after the Vigilance jumped in.
Secure that perimeter. I want any stragglers rounded up for trial. Renegade, it's all up to you now. Moving. Good luck.
Hey, Philip, welcome to the stream. We're gonna get another issue here with our save games, I bet, when this thing tries to load in.
Nice.
Oh.
Clean set there.
What was that about? I hit spacebar to undock instead of X to dock. It's just been a comedy of errors ever since the glitch happened on the Galbang ship.
And we're docking.
That one was my fault. Yep. Okay, so now this is all us. Everybody that we encountered previously on the key is now going to be back. But now you can see that instead of having occasional explosive rounds, every round is explosive with the Memento Mori. That can be really good if you're attacking your target's long range. It could be really bad if you're attacking those same targets up close, because the explosions will damage you as well. But yes, explosive rounds can be incredibly devastating. Let's, while we're here, check our skills and see. Okay, so we can't unlock the next rank of med. If I'm going to be using these med packs here, then I now have to use 100 of them, so I might as well start incrementing that as I go here. Okay, and you see I did take some damage there while I was doing that. Oh, come on. He's got incendiary ammo or something like that up there. That's annoying. Alright, what am I stuck on now? Alright. Thankfully that chaos is done. So yes, all the people that you met, that was Jasmine. They are all now hostile towards you. Okay, and that was the only robot that was there. Yes, I get it. You're the one that creating all these save games. Thank you. I did open the door, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Just took a bit to upload, or update the quest.
They got...
Explosive rounds do make quick work. You do have to kind of measure your shots if you want to get every one of them to land. But that extra 5 damage is quite a bit. And you can hit people behind cover with explosive rounds as well. Okay, so the operations center here, we're coming down to it. Since I am overloaded, I'm going to wait here until I get my oxygen back, and then we'll head in here. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so Shinya Voss here.
I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead. Forgive me if I don't take you at your word, since you've been lying to me from the very beginning. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few times. Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. You owe me that much. At this point, I can't blame Delgado for activating the bomb. If I was in his place, I'd do the same thing, without hesitation. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular ending. So why don't you just get out of my sight and let me die in peace? After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, I believe you. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your tricks.
Okay, so that gives you an optional quest to help deactivate the bomb. And you get access to the operations center. Which looks like we have to go through the gym. Oof, that was ugly. got a red barrel behind him. Man, don't ever stand next to the red barrels, dude. Yes, I know.
Came back to finish the job personally? Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Krix's legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice? Looking out for number one, huh? So you did pick up some of my dirty habits. Maybe I taught you too well. You know, when we were on Suarov, I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of the best. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted. Well, at least we know you are still human. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our pact. You clearly never did. I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to SysDef takes you now.
Okay, so you have a persuasion option here.
And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? Why would I do that?
All right, so this is now an 8 persuasion here. So this is not going to be an easy one at all.
And I suppose you want me to think it ends outside a prison cell and not in. Still, a prison door opens, just like any other. They might. And if they do, I would just be tying up their loose ends, including you. If so, letting you live might afford me some small victory.
Okay, so I'd have to go for a 4 to finish this turn, or I could try and go for another 1, and then see if I get something lower on the next turn.
Fair point, Rook. And even on a ship like the Vigilance, there's always a chance I could escape. But not if I die here.
Okay, so I don't have a 3, it'd be a 4, so I'm taking my chance. I'm starting to press my luck with these 1s, but I've got to try another one.
See? Now you sound like a pirate. I taught you well.
Hopefully there'll be a 2 here. There's not. I'm just left with a 4, so I don't really have much of a choice. So it comes down to this, and I don't have an auto persuade either.
So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. Fine, you win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead in the water anyway. But before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so.
Okay. We're going to get rid of some of these autosaves here. Okay, try and get us a save there, and that worked.
Go! You've taken everything else from me. Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you could do is give me a moment of peace.
Okay, so I'm going to disarm the bomb on Shinya. And then in here, don't forget the crates that are in the back of his office. Okay, and again, that's your end of quest reward, so to speak. So now, the last thing is to return to the villages. Yeah, Philip, that was actually a good amount of luck there, without a doubt.
So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal,
They always fail.
tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Waste of time. Survival of the fittest.
Okay, so now we've gotten some backup that's come in here. It's going to give me another autosave, another problem. But we have to get out here to dock with the vigilance.
Okay.
Now you can see we're getting some backup here. Why they couldn't do that while I was in the middle of a fight is beyond me, but hey, better late than never, I guess.
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else.
So we are going to drop off all of these things. So an anti-personnel Beowulf, that's actually really good. We'll take that and mod the living crap out of that thing. Okay, and we'll keep the Revenant on us. Okay, and now we should be back to normal. Again, remember we need to go to the den. So let's not forget that before we head out. We have contraband on our ship.
Separation complete.
Oh, there we go. I did it again.
Locks, air pressure,
Again,
drive,
entirely my
all
fault.
good to go, Cap.
I was thinking about something else. I'm trying to remind myself to go to the den after this mission is over before I go anywhere else. And I wasn't paying attention again.
Air pressure, seals.
Forward. There we go, Jorval.
That was real impressive fun.
Yes, I know.
Earn your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part. A lot of heroes on this. Great job.
No, Philip, it's not. I've run into it in my personal playthrough as well. There's some sort of limit that I'm running up against with the save files, and I'm gonna have to clear it out here.
Do you have anything to report? I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I can understand that. The dual life you are leading must have been incredibly stressful.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit. Bah, the hell with that. Enjoy the reward for once. You deserve it.
Commander, are you sure you didn't hit your head during the battle?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
Alright, so there's the big reward up there at the top. 250,000 credits.
Been pretty active as of late.
For
It's a
that.
good reminder the fleet are still out there.
And that clears out the Crimson Fleet questline. So we've now finished all of them. We finished Burden of Proof. That's now done as well. So now we have a couple of different ways to go here. We include the main questline. We have the Ryujin Industries questline. That is also a really good one to do. However, before we do any of that,
with the fleet gone,
I'm going to try and save here.
I briefly considered retirement. But
And we are going to think about our level up progress. It's going to become more and more important that we get our spacesuits and our weapons modded to be able to keep up with the damage potential that the enemies are going to be doing. As you cross a threshold into level 30, then into level 35 and 40, and as you go up, things start getting progressively harder, but your weapon damage isn't increasing appropriately with it. So you can approach this one of two ways. You can spend a lot of points here into focusing on a certain type of weapon, a ballistic weapon, or a rifle and a sniper and sharpshooting, to start focusing on different types of weapons you might want to utilize. But at the end of the day, starting off with being able to mod your spacesuits and weapons is a big way to keep pace for a fairly small number of skill points. Now, obviously, the way these work in the skill tree is that we need to spend one more skill point somewhere to be able to unlock this tier. And right now, we'd have to spend 95 more heal packs to be able to get our medicine up to level 4. But astrodynamics, increasing the grav jump range of your drives by 15%, is always a good one. So I'm going to dump that point into here. Alright, and now as we make grav jumps, that will start to level up on its own. But now we have the ability to unlock weapon engineering and spacesuit design. And we're going to start taking a look at weapon engineering by default so that we can start looking at some of these really good weapons that we picked up that are more suited to my playstyle, as opposed to the walk in and blow everything up with explosive rounds on a pistol type of thing. So what we're going to do is make our way back to the lodge, and we're going to pick up a few things. And then we're going to take a quick look at weapon engineering and spacesuit design. And then we're going to quickly run out of skill points. And then I think that leads us to a really good point next stream to be able to really focus on outpost building. We've only got 20 minutes left here in the stream, and I could go into outpost building, but we'd have to quit partway through it, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I don't think. So we're going to head back to the lodge, and I will show you how I do weapon engineering, and we'll kind of go from there. So, not Sol. Alpha Centauri. Jemison. And we're going to... Looks like I can't... And don't forget, we need to go to the den first.
What can I do for you?
That was almost bad. So we'll do that, and then we'll head to the lodge real quick. We don't want to get scanned. Now I think I should be able to fast travel from here. So we're going to head to Wolf, to the den, and we'll jump there.
Seals are locked and we are docked.
Yes, go ahead, give me all that. Hopefully we'll just make it through this live stream without any issues.
May I be of...
And then I can clear that up.
You won't find a better offer on the station.
Okay, so we do have... It must be in our inventory. Yes, we have some black market antiquities that we definitely want to get rid of. We mysteriously keep picking up hydraulic clamps. Okay, everything else should have been... Oh yeah, we still have some stuff that we picked up here. Okay, so the 5% crit damage is pretty nice. And we might as well sell off a little bit more if we have the opportunity for it. So most of these aren't really great. We're going to keep the Ranger spacesuit, the Mantis, obviously. We're going to keep the SU-290 stuff and the Varun things, and these are all going on mannequins at some point later. Okay, keeping the Ranger pack and all of that. Okay, so the advanced level stuff is always going to be a little better than anything we've got right now, but still, without having the extra perks on it from it being legendary, not really worth it. Okay, and that's about it. Okay, so now we're going to head back to... Yes, we are going to head back here. We're just going to not head directly to the lodge because we want to pick a weapon out of our inventory. So we want to land and get on our ship first.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your stay.
Okay, so we're going to land here. Definitely want to transfer over that anti-personnel Beowulf that we have in here. This one here. So this is the weapon that we're going to mod to start with. So we're going to take it. The rest of these, because we had originally were going to use the Hunter Wolf with it. It's got Exterminator, plus 30% damage against aliens, is really good too. And then we kept an advanced Grendel that has Furious on it. And I think those were all the ones that we were going to be looking at modding. Okay, so I want to pick those up to take with me. And now I can go to the lodge. Actually, before I do that, let's go back into our inventory, our ship's inventory, and take all of the resources out of here. So we're going to take all of the resources. No, we don't want to take all. We want to take all resources. That's T. We're going to be seriously overloaded here, carrying along with us. So our carry weight, or our oxygen, is going to drop precipitously as we go through this, but again, that doesn't really matter very much because we can't die from this. Yes, I know.
We're asking.
We can look for some sell from ship's inventory here and see if we can sell off some other quick things.
Everyone to take care of any leeches on
Okay, and now from here,
you will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep...
and again, we're losing health the entire way, but all that really does is help me get my 100 health packs I need to use. Okay, and now we're going to head up to our room. We're going to pick up all of the crafting materials that we had dropped off in this safe up here. So all of these resources, we're again going to take all resources. And we're going to head down to the basement. Okay, now there are some storage boxes down here that, if you look at them, have unlimited mass in them. So I'm going to go to my inventory. I'm going to go to resources. I'm going to store all resources right here behind the research lab. And this is what I would recommend that everybody do when you're at this point, is to move all of your materials right back here so they're easily accessible and in one of the few places where you can actually store everything. So now let's look at our points here, and we're going to unlock level 1 in weapon engineering. Alright, we're going to focus on weapon engineering first. So here, basically what it says is you can craft improved weapon mods. at a weapon workbench and research additional weapon mods at the research lab. Okay, so we want to get this up so that we can research master level weapon mods to be able to get the most out of our weapons. But to rank up to level 2, we need to craft 5 weapon mods. Now, the thing about weapon mods, when you craft them, is when you go over to the weapon workbench here. Okay, if we just pick a weapon, it doesn't matter what it is. You can look at the different mods that are available in each location. So for instance here, to craft the short barrel mod, we need 1 iron and 1 nickel to be able to do it. So if we go over to our storage box and we look at iron and nickel, we have 40 iron and 33 nickel. And there are many different materials that you can do this with. I'm just illustrating one. You guys can read guides online about how to optimize this and all sorts of stuff. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. With as easy as it is to get these materials from UC Distribution, it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to do it. So, for instance, now with the short barrel, we can install this. Okay, and it's going to take 1 iron and 1 nickel to do it. So, at that point, that counts as one of our mods, so to speak. However, there are easier ways to go about this when it comes to utilizing your mods, because right now we have, I'll just show you, we now have crafted 1 weapon mod, so we need 5 more to be able to do this. But what you can do is pick 2 mods that utilize small amounts of materials. For instance, here's iron and sealant to put the standard barrel on it. Now if we go look for sealant, we have a lot of sealant. So now what you can do, both of these use iron. So now what we can do is just change between these 2 mods. And now we've done 5. So now you can unlock rank 2, and now you need to do 15 of them. So you go back and you do the same thing again. Okay. Hey, chill. We're just going through a quick tutorial on leveling up weapon research and weapon mods. So now again, if you're looking at the upper right hand corner, short barrel's installed, we can put the standard on it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And all we're doing is changing back and forth between those 2 mods, because we're not interested in trying to mod our weapon right now with the best mods on it, because we can't get the best mods on it. So So now we need to do 30 more to unlock the next one. And we're going to run out of iron, I believe, before we do that. But it, like I say, you'll see why it doesn't really matter. So we've only got enough iron to craft 10 more of these here. Okay. So now we're out of those. We're now out of iron, so we can't use that mix anymore, but we only need 10 more mods left to upgrade to the highest tier of mods. So let's look at any other switches that we can do. Iron sights is aluminum and nickel. And the others are going to be a little bit more hard to do with more items. So aluminum and nickel, and that one needs iron. So aluminum, nickel, titanium, and tungsten. We would need to have quite a bit of titanium and tungsten to be able to do those. We have a bit of tungsten. We don't have much titanium, so that's not a good choice. So let's not look at it this way anymore. We need more iron. That's what we ran out of, right? Was iron. So we can head to... Where's UC distribution? To the commercial or the residential district? Or is it the mass district? I can never remember. We'll head here first and see. Okay, so it's not the mass district. Oh, yes it is. And we don't want to go this way, we want to go around. Because there's UC distribution over there. And UC distribution is a great place to restock on weapon mods, specifically minerals and that sort of stuff. If you're looking for a lot of the materials that you need for your spacesuit, Outland is a good place to get them.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90... Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
So we're looking for iron, and this is going to be the last thing that we do. We're just going to illustrate getting weapon mods up to where they need to be. And then we'll have our break. So now we're looking for iron. There's 30 more iron right here. We can buy all of it. While we're at it, we know we might need some more tungsten. Right? We also know that we used up quite a bit of lead for this. So this is what I mean. You can replenish a lot of these items here at UC Distribution. And then if you need more,
back to it then.
You can turn around, take a seat on one of the benches, and just rest for 48 hours. And their stock will come back. And you can do it again. So UC distribution is an easy way to get yourself through this portion of... Oh yes, can't fast travel because of all the materials that I picked up. But it's easy to get over there. And this is where having that rebound key to give you that extra forward momentum on your boost pack is really a big deal. So if you didn't learn about that, you can go back to one of my previous live streams where we talked about it. So now back here, and we'll just repeat the same things again. And that's it. So now our weapon engineering, we can unlock or research and craft master level weapon mods. Okay. Now that's just the first portion of this, and you can see we're out of skill points. So we're going to quickly need more skill points to do more spacesuit design. We're also going to be getting into research methods here, and all of these need skill points, and at this point we don't have any. So now it's going to become, before we get into the whole researching concept here, which again we're not going to go through right now yet. All of these research materials need, or research projects need materials for you to complete. But before we get into that, we're going to need more skill points. And to get skill points in this game, you need to level up. And to level up, one of the easiest ways to do that is to have an outpost where you can level up utilizing crafting. And that's what we're going to get into next week. So we will have a full tutorial about building an outpost, just one that's simple and straightforward and doesn't need to be utilized for anything else except for craft or for leveling up. There are much more in-depth tutorials about all the possible buildings and storages and extractors and fabricators and everything you can do on an outpost. We're not interested in that. We are just interested in getting up an outpost that's going to help us level up, and that's what we're going to do next week. So again, I think until that point, that gets us to a good point to stop for the evening. So as always, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here, and without your guys' support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.